Hi, I'm Phyllis Cangro, Associate Broker with Di Tommaso Real Estate. And with me is Danielle Denegris.
Hi, this is Danielle Denegris, associate broker in New York, New Jersey, and soon to be in Tennessee, where I currently live, and come back and forth. So, yeah, excited to be here on the podcast with my good friend Phyllis Cangro. We used to work together in a different office. We're now working together again in the Staten Island office under Di Tommaso Realty, and we're excited to do this podcast together.
Yes, and I'm I'm excited because we just got back from Tom Ferry, where you flew in from Tennessee and I flew in from New York, and it was great hanging out with you for the week. And the seminar was this Tom Ferry Summit was like unbelievable.
It really was. First we met up at the airport, and so we organized meeting there and taking the Uber to the Omni Hotel together. And the whole experience was just so great. Starting to see everyone come in and sign in and really fill the event space, getting registered, getting our lanyards, and meeting up with
Yeah.
Frank and the team. So that was how we kind of started out, had some lunch, explored the town, right?
Yeah, we saw that big eyeball.
Random big eyeball in Dallas.
Yeah. It was a lot of it was great. We had some really good barbecue in Dallas,
I
and
relaxed. I bought the hat.
yeah, and I gotta say I've been to a lot of seminars before, and I know you have it also, but I think this was like different than any other real estate seminar summit I've ever been to.
I agree. So, Phyllis, what would you say your expectation was when you were coming into the summit? What were you looking to receive? How did you think it was going to go? And did it reach your expectations?
So I wanted to get motivated, and whenever you go to these summits and seminars and stuff, you always come back like feeling more energized and stuff. So that's what I was looking for. um I was looking for some real estate stuff, and just like what's going on in the world today, like all over, not just in my area and my community. And this exceeded everything because it wasn't just about real estate. It was mind, body, and soul, and putting it all together. And it just was so different, and on so many levels. And I've come back feeling so energized. It exceeded my expectations. And I met so many wonderful people from all different areas of the world. So, the referral business is
Yeah.
going to be strong. And it was just really a life changer for me.
That just reminds me of one of the days I was sitting next to a realtor. Gosh, I think she was from Indiana. I don't remember, but her husband, her kids, they lived and traveled out of an RV. I went RV shopping today, actually.
You did. Oh,
So
that's
I don't know if
cool.
I'll be one of those traveling, RV living adventurous realtors one day, maybe, but I was inspired by someone like that at this event. So it just goes to show you how many interesting people there are. The referral business, like you mentioned, is really great. How we all can connect nationally on that level and throw each other referrals back and forth, give each other advice in the business, and not just locally, as you mentioned, but really all across. Um,
Nationwide, worldwide. Yep. And
so,
go ahead. What were you going to say?
so I was just going to introduce the playbook here. I
Yes.
don't know if you could see that in my
You pull
camera.
it back a little bit. Yeah, it's a little cloudy.
I think it's
Oh,
because how I have my blurred screen. But
yeah. Let me see. Maybe I could do it better.
if I put it where my face
There
is,
you go.
then it will probably look
Yeah, I
easy.
have it up.
Okay, so the playbook was really great. What a great resource they gave us. They provided so many things. And there were so many great guest speakers. Obviously, Tom Ferry himself, he gave a great first speech the first day on Monday. I'm just kind of flipping through here to rattle off who the guest speakers were. He had his brother Matt Ferry there, which was
Yeah.
really interesting. So, obviously Tom and Matt grew up in the real estate world and they became, real estate moguls themselves. And so it was really nice to see not just Tom, but Matt also bring
Yeah.
um,
He brought a different twist to it.
such a different twist. The breathing technique that we did.
Yeah. And just
Music.
different language you could use and the meditation.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting all of that, but I felt like that was really progressive and nice.
Yeah. It really was. And then you had a lot of really good realtors telling us and sharing the secrets that they have, what they've done throughout the year to, get more business and, take care of their clients, which, is what we want to do. We want to take care of our clients. It's not just about selling their home or selling them a home. It's about making sure that they're taken care of in a way and reaching the goals that they want to reach.
Yeah, I'm just flipping through. We had Jimmy Mackin, the top campaigns working now to win the listing. So, obviously we were learning about how to be better realtors from some experts in the industry,
Mhm.
um, some cutting edge technology, how we could use AI.
Yeah. And the more you learn, the better you can serve your clients. It's really something, that is very important to me to always be learning more and to be able to help out clients better.
Absolutely. We had Stephanie Younger. I'm not sure if you remember her. She was talking about
Yes.
Geo Farm. Sorry.
Let me pull
So
you up because
great.
what
Ah,
page is that on again?
that was on page 103. And I liked Stephanie's story. She had a good year when she had started out. Oh gosh, was she talking about 2008 when everything just kind of hit rock bottom? And
Yes.
pregnant
Yes,
and
she is.
door knocking. And so she just really honed in on her geo farm. She had a car she bought, she sold it. She had a house she bought, she sold it. So she really just got back into the nitty gritty, which I think was a great success story of her life and her business. And it kind of brings me back to if you want to go in the front of the book and talk about Tom's um, speech, he was really honing in on every single drought ends in recovery. And that
Yeah.
was a big takeaway that I took because, obviously, Phyllis, you and I were in the business together in 2000, 2001, 2002. Um, and we saw such great activity and a lot of transacting during that time, did we not, during COVID?
Yeah. During COVID, it was, yeah. Once you got out once we were able to start working again, we just hit the floor running. That was it. It was busy. There was a lot of pent up, demand to get
Mhm.
moving.
And we had
So,
to get so creative. And then the interest rate was so low. Buyers were just buying left and right. It was
yeah.
so wild. It was a really great time to be in the business during that time. But
And
then
then,
the interest rate went up as high as 6, 7, 8% even.
yep.
And it really has slowed down a lot of aspects of the real estate market. And
Yeah, it
so,
it really did. It put a halt on things because people really they needed to move again because either they had a child or were getting married and stuff, and they needed something bigger. And they're kind of stuck in their house because they have that 2 to 3% interest rate that if they move now, yes, they might make more money on the house they're selling, but it's going to cost them a lot more money to purchase because the house they want to buy is a lot higher and the interest rate is a lot higher.
Hmm.
So that's why we've come to a point where we're like, you know, very limited inventory, people can't move. So,
Yeah,
yeah,
so now we're going to be entering into the recovery time, and I'm so
yeah,
excited. I know I'm ready. I know you're ready. We've been
yes,
waiting for this for, he said 36 months. So really, we've kind of weathered a storm in this industry that we're now coming out of. I know sellers are excited, buyers are excited. The rate yesterday, I had a loan officer tell me he locked in at 5.99. And so
wow,
even when we were sitting together, we were all saying at the lunch table, like, once rates go under 6%, we're going to see everything turn around. And yesterday was that day.
yeah. So we're getting there. It's exciting, and yeah, I've gotten some phone calls since I'm back, and I'm starting to see some action, which is great. And let's not forget the best speaker he had at this summit. The last speaker, Tim Grover, is that his name?
Grover. Yeah, I have him right here. Winning the unforgiving race to greatness. Tim
Yeah.
Grover's story. Wow. He coached Michael Jordan, the famous basketball player, and
Kobe Bryant.
Kobe Bryant. I know you were moved by him being moved talking about Kobe. Do you want to talk about
Oh,
that?
oh, when he started talking about Kobe and he was talking about how he was training him and stuff, and then when he got to the point where, the tragic accident that happened, he just got so choked up, and it it just made me realize, like, he as tough as he could be as a coach, he's a person, and he has
He is
and
tough, and he's
he
tough, and he speaks very strongly.
yeah, and this really choked him up. I mean, he's human too, like he's just not that tough person, but the things he said at that meeting was so enlightening, and it makes you really think about things, and how he told you to hold your heart, and, like, this is the most important thing, is your heart and the beats, because how many beats do you have left? And
That was good.
you
That was moving, right?
yeah,
Gave us urgency for our life, every day of our life, not knowing when our last day might be, and to give it our all every single day. That was really special. I also liked how he said he would break his clients. Like,
yes,
I think biblically too, you think about like the potter and the clay and just being broken. This whole like concept philosophically of being broken so that you could be put back together again. Wow.
yeah,
I thought that was really strong because he said you can pick up the pieces that you want to put back together and
and leave the
you
others
have to
down on the
have all of
floor.
the pieces. And
Yeah,
so part of being broken helps you, yeah, reconfigure yourself and have room for something new to make you hit that next level in life that you couldn't be in that current state that you were in. You have to be broken in order to change into the new version of yourself that's
mhm,
required of you to be in the next phase of your life, to do the next mission of your life.
yes, and between the both of us, we've both been through a lot of different things. And I could say I'm broken. I've been broken, and I think you have been also.
Oh, my,
And
mhm.
and everybody out there has gone through something. And they always say you're where you're supposed to be. And I was struggling with if I wanted to go or not. And I was meant to be there.
Right.
And you and I sat together for the couple of the seminar things, and we got very emotional
Yeah.
at one point. And this was one of the best seminars I've been to, and you just think about like, we've been broken. People that we deal with have gone through stuff. Everybody's going through something. And what our job is so important because we're there to be the advisor to help them maneuver whatever they're going through to get them to the end result that they want,
Right.
you know?
And we do this job because we love it, and we love our clients. Sometimes I think a lot about like purpose and mission, overall in life, and we could be doing so many other things to have, a living, to make a living, but we do this job. We're on a customer journey with our customers. Some of our customers are going through hard times, divorce, death, just changes, and
Yeah.
maybe downsizing, or, sometimes they do upsize, or, there's just so many life events that we're walking through with our clients. And if we didn't love people and, relate, then we wouldn't belong in this business.
Yeah, we wouldn't be able to do it the way we do.
Yeah, I know I get a lot of satisfaction when I feel like I'm helping someone cross over from one season of their life into the next season.
Yes.
And I also just thought of the exercise we did that did move me to tears, literally. And I think you
Yes.
did too, um,
Yeah.
where we had closed our eyes. I think this was with Tim, right? Was this? No, this was, who was this with?
I think it was with Tom,
At the end. I think it was
actually.
with Tom.
Yeah. And
Uh,
he made us close our eyes, and he was like kind of a meditation where he was talking, and he was talking about, the things you're going through and,
Helped us envision our lives into the future. And so
yeah,
that was so powerful.
yeah.
Just kind of like thinking of ourselves above the clouds, like kind of
Uh-huh. Where are you now? Where do you want to be in 5 years? You're looking at
5 years,
yourself.
20 years, look at
Right.
yourself. What
When
is
when he made you look at yourself 20 years later
Are you
and see your
happy?
person, what do you look like? Did you accomplish what you were thinking that you wanted to accomplish back then?
So
That was
powerful,
it
so
was
motivating.
yes, it was really great. And I'm glad we went on this journey together to relive what we did at the seminar because I'm going to take this with me for a long time.
Yeah, definitely me too.
And now from here we have to just go through our books and put to use what we learned. And
Yeah, and this podcast was birthed out of all of our newfound interest and excitement. So
yeah.
now we'll start doing this.
Yeah,
Um,
and it'll be fun because you're over there in Tennessee, which is great, and we could talk about like what's going on there versus what's going on here. And I'm looking forward to having this connection with you and doing some more work. And you're going to come in as
I'm
well.
gonna say I'll be there in 2 weeks for my birthday, and I'm excited
Right?
to see friends, family, see the
Yep.
office, see clients.
We're gonna go out definitely and celebrate you.
Wow,
Yeah.
yeah.
And it's gonna be good because Danielle will be here and she's gonna be there and we're gonna do real estate all over the place.
Yeah, and we'll just on here as the seasons keep continuing, and we'll get on here regularly. We'll just talk about, like you said, the differences in the market, different opportunities, industry changes, the rates, how that affects buying and selling. And we really want to be a resource to our clients, to others in the industry, sharing what we have learned, just bettering ourselves every day and helping better the industry.
Yep. Well, Danielle, this was great. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Um, I'm looking forward to doing it in 2 weeks while you're here. We're gonna do it in our new podcast room,
I
so
love
that's exciting. Yes.
All right. Seeing you, Phyllis.
All
I'll
right.
talk.
Bye. Bye,
Bye.
everyone. See you soon.